Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so potential buyers have more information about the seller and the business to help them make a buying decision. Before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the business. It is an Amazon FBA and e-commerce business created in April of 2016 in the health and fitness and baby care niches. The average monthly revenue for the business is $31,571 and makes an average of $9,326 per month in net profit. The assets included in the sale are an Amazon Seller Central account with 30 SKUs, primary domain with all site content and files, 2 additional domains, trademarks, supplier relationships, and social media accounts, which are Instagram and Facebook. As a disclaimer, inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active buyers. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 58219 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So that's a brief overview of the business for sale. Let's hear from the seller with me today. So welcome to the show. Will, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me, Nick.
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing more about you and your business. So to start us off, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Sure. So yeah, the FBA business is the first online business I got into. Actually, my older brother, he started selling on Amazon back in 2015. And he found success fairly early on, and I decided to kind of check in on what he was doing. At the time, he was traveling the world. He was in Vietnam at the time, so I visited him there, and I kind of learned more what he was doing, and I got right into it. I thought the business model was really cool, and I thought I'd be really good at it. So yeah, in 2016, I got right into it and started my first brand and haven't turned back since.
That's awesome to have a family member involved in it and kind of, I assume he showed you a little bit of how to do it, but normally people are reserved to online courses and such. So that's cool.
Right. Yeah, he definitely helped me out a little bit to start and just show me that it was possible. That was the biggest part.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Cool. And why did you choose this particular niche?
Yeah, the first niche I got into, mostly it was just based on all the research that went into it. It was a niche that had high demand, fairly low competition, and I found a style of product in this niche that wasn't yet introduced to Amazon. And this niche I was actually pretty passionate about at the time, and I still fairly am. But I saw this style of product that I thought was really cool. And I did not see it yet on Amazon. Saw a huge opportunity for it. And yeah, went for it. I was pretty confident in it. And it took off fairly quickly. And then same with the other niche. It was a product that I thought was really cool. It was not yet established on Amazon. And again, I saw it as a huge opportunity. And yeah, it's been doing pretty well.
Yeah, it seems like it. So now, you've been doing this since 2016. Why are you deciding to sell the business now instead of holding on to it and growing it?
Yeah, good question. Well, the main reason is because I'm a one-man show. I'm the only person in this business. And I've kind of fallen in love with finding these new products and launching them and building new brands. And I now have a few other projects that I'm working on. And I feel like these initial brands that I've built haven't really gotten the care and attention that they deserve. And at the same time, obviously, selling and clearing up some capital would really help me to focus and build these new projects quicker and better. But again, I'm a one-man show, and I think these brands are in a good place for someone with a team and some experience, or maybe somebody that wants to learn the Amazon game to really, put all of their attention on it and just make it grow. I think there's still opportunity for those two brands to grow quite a bit.
Nice. And then you mentioned something about falling in love with the creative process.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard that a few times now where when coming into business, you don't always recognize that there's going to be a difference between the creation of the product itself and then the operating of the business,
right,
which are two very different things. So yeah, I think it's very helpful to realize that, like what part of the business that you enjoy the most, and ideally spending as much of your time doing that thing. So
100%.
Yep, I definitely get that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So it has been a while that you've grown this business, that you've worked on this business. What did you learn from building this business that just seemed to work?
Just seemed to work. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, yeah, over the years, I've definitely found a few kind of little secrets, I guess, on what to look for when you're building these FBA brands. Yeah. And I guess I have launched quite a few products, and the ones that have found the most success and stuck around the longest have been products that are unique and something that really you can differentiate yourself from the competition. And also branding. Again, like I was saying, I love the creative process of all this. And that has been kind of the thing that I've learned is really important when you're launching on Amazon. It's the biggest marketplace in the world, and you really need to stand out. And I think that's what I've done with these products and these brands. Again, they've been selling for 5 years now, and they've been able to hold up against all the competition. And I think mostly due to the branding and the actual product itself. It's, the product is the most important thing.
Nice. Yeah. And was there anything that you tried with this business? So I'm hearing really focusing on branding, creating a quality product. Was there anything that you tried, whether growing the business or launching or anything that didn't seem to work?
Yeah. Like I said, I've launched quite a few products. I probably launched like a dozen or so. And the ones that didn't work out were either the product was just too generic and there's just too much direct competition. And so you're in an uphill battle with all the other competition. It's really hard to kind of get in there if it's just the same product that everyone else is selling. But also just not enough research, not enough time to research. You think you find a product and you just move too fast. And then by the time you're launching their product, you're just discovering all these other things that, I didn't see that or didn't see that. So I guess just make sure you're doing all the research and turning over every rock to make sure that, that's worth your time and investment. And, because then you're launching a product and you just spent the last 6 months doing this. And
right.
You kind of just wasted a lot of that time and energy. So I guess, yeah, just make sure you're launching a unique product or something that's a little different, and make sure you do all your research.
Nice. And so I know that you're kind of past the launching phase, and right now it seems like you're in maintenance mode. Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do for this business for maintenance?
Sure. Yeah. So these brands, after you launch and do all the dirty work and all that, there's very minimal maintenance. Mostly it's just inventory management, making sure your FBA inventory levels are, ideal, and responding to maybe you get a few customer emails a week. So yeah, customer service, which Amazon handles 95% of that. And then inventory management, that's pretty much the biggest thing. Inventory management. Because running out of stock will kill you in the Amazon game and the FBA game, because it's really all about a momentum and keeping that momentum.
Yep. I hear that a lot from physical product business owners. So it seems like that's, like you said, inventory management and customer support.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's go on to opportunities. If you were to keep the business, what are some ways that you try to grow it, or what are some major opportunities for growth?
Sure. I kind of mentioned this before. I'm a one-man business, and, it's just kind of I've been focusing on other things mostly, and these brands have just kind of been sitting. And I think if someone gave it the proper attention and maybe a team around it to really focus on the individual things like Amazon PPC, I think there's still opportunity to grow a ton on the Amazon US marketplace just by putting in tons of money into Amazon PPC and optimizing that and get that really flowing, and also expanding into other Amazon marketplaces like the UK or in Asia. That's still up and coming. The UK has potential, and that's still growing. Also, off of Amazon, I have a Shopify store, and I still haven't even done advertising off of Amazon. That's a huge part that could be tapped into. Sales on the Shopify store, Facebook ads, Google Shopping. And then another thing is even brick and mortar. I get tons and tons of inquiries from businesses wanting to sell a few of my products in their stores. And I just tell them, my business isn't formatted that way. You can feel free to purchase on Amazon and you can sell them in your stores. You can mark it up however you want. But I get inquiries all the time wanting to buy wholesale. So wholesale account, expanding into other Amazon marketplaces, marketing off of Amazon as well as selling on the Shopify store. And then, you could introduce other products to the brands as well. I just have a few products on each brand. And again, they're unique products. And that's kind of what I have discovered works when selling on Amazon. But, if you have a big team that can really do the proper branding and actually like build like a brand that everyone will recognize, then you can sell those generic products and really kind of make it whole. So there's definitely potential. These products have great reviews. None of them are fake. They're all real reviews. They have over 1,000. So they're very established, good products that has the potential to really, flourish and expand.
Nice. Certainly sounds like a ton of opportunity. So with opportunity, of course, comes risk. So what do you think are the biggest risks associated with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
Sure. As, whoever's looking at my listing here, you could probably see that there's been a decline in the last 12 months. And majority of that is due to just some challenges that COVID has introduced to this business model, specifically supply chain from China. My suppliers are in China, and supply chain and the cost of shipping has gone up quite a bit. Shipping speeds have gone way, way down. So that's just something to be aware of, and, maybe things will get back to normal sooner than later. But in the short term, that's something that'll be an issue. And it has been an issue for me in the last 12 months. So I have had to shift towards working with a third-party logistics warehouse instead of sending everything to Amazon. So that's part of the reason sales have declined, because I've had to remove inventory from Amazon because Amazon was limiting how much I can send into them. So I've had to remove inventory from them, put it into a third-party warehouse.
Right.
And during all this process, I've run out of inventory, and that lowers my momentum. So yeah, there's just been some changes in the game. Amazon is always changing, always evolving. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the challenges that I've had, and that's what all challenges that sellers are having right now. So
yep. Yeah. I mean, inventory is probably the key thing that, especially right now, Amazon sellers are experiencing. So yep, it definitely makes sense that this would be a risk associated with e-commerce. But if you're looking to get into the physical products game, then inventory management is not going to be a thing that goes away. Cool. So a few housekeeping questions to wrap this up. First of which is, how much support are you willing to offer buyers?
Yeah, I mean, for the right buyer, I'm willing to give any support that they need. I guess kind of the standard is, first 30 days email support and a few calls for that first month. But, always be a text away. I'm always on my phone. I'm a great texter. So any small questions that you have, I'm there to respond, and I respond very quickly. So yeah, not be an issue. Whatever support is needed, I'm there. I don't find that as a burden at all.
Cool. And would you commit to a non-compete?
Yeah, 100%. That's no issue.
Okay. And are you open to something like an earnout?
Yeah. I'm open to something like that for the right buyer. Ideally, full asking price up front it would be great, but I know, some buyers like to do an earn out format or whatever. So yeah, I'm definitely open to any format that a buyer has.
Cool. And putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
I think this is a business worth buying because I think I have 3 unique products that are very well established on Amazon with great reviews and great branding that really have the opportunity to expand on other Amazon marketplaces and off of Amazon. With the right team, rather than just one person like me, I think this is a great opportunity to really expand and put in all those resources and give it the care and attention that it needs.
Nice. Yeah, good answer. And lastly, is there anything you would like to add that you think I might have missed during the interview?
I don't know. I think that last statement I said, it pretty much sums it up. I just think yeah, on paper, it's declined over the last 12 months, but I'm pretty confident that things can get back on track. And especially with the right team, I think it's still healthy. It's still healthy and there's opportunity for sure.
Nice. Well, I think that's the perfect place to wrap this up. So, Will, thank you so much for sharing your story and joining us on today's episode. And I hope your business is purchased in the near future and by the right buyer.
Thanks, Nick.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 58219. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.